All right, we're gonna start standing. All right. And let's just start with a few shoulder rolls. Open up the chest a little bit as we roll back. And then the other way. Very good. Let's take our feet comfortable distance apart, a little squat, and up we go. And down, a little squat, and up we go. Hold those hands up there at the top and add a little side bend. And come back up. Side bend the other way. And inhale up. Exhale, we reach over, we push down through this opposite foot and up. And now my other foot pushes down into the ground as I side bend away from it. Up one more to each side. Inhale up. Exhale over. Inhale up, we stop at the top, bend those elbows, come down, little cactus arms, lift that chest up. And a little bit of a squat. Come back up, reach tall, bend the elbows, open up that chest. And reach up. Again, press down. Jump, open. And come down. One more like that, up, cactus, up. We're gonna hold here and then just reach one and then the other, really thinking about every time we reach, our spine grows a little bit taller. One more to each side, come up on the toes. And come down one more time, we'll squat. Come up on the toes. Circle the arms around, lower the heels. Come up on the toes. Circle down. Up. And down. Very good. We're now going to walk to the end of our mat and walk out into a plank position. I'll adjust my camera, make sure you can see everything. So rolling our spine down, just checking in, see how it feels. Walking out to our plank position. We're gonna hold here for just a moment. Thinking about getting longer and longest, so that reach we did standing, we're reaching through the crown of our head, through our heels. In this position, we bring our knees down, coming down onto our forearms. And you may keep the knees down here or bring the knees back off for a body saw. So just moving our shoulders here, pushing through our feet. Move both feet down, articulating through the ankle and foot, challenging our plank. And one more. We bring those knees back down for just a moment if you have them up. We'll come back up again, and here you can stay on your forearms or come back up onto the high plank, your choice. Knees off for just a moment. We lift one leg, push back, come forward and down, leg pull. Reach, press, up and down. So again, if you were on your forearm, it would be more like this. One more to each side. And trying not to drop that head, keeping a nice long line. Bringing the knees down again. All right, let's give ourselves a little shell stretch. Rounding the belly away from the thighs. And here, if you have a band, you're going to grab it for a little bit to hold under your hands here. So we're back out to all fours position, okay? You know what, I'm gonna have a quick stop. We're gonna grab the ball too and put that between our thighs. All right, so we're on our fours. Again, you have the option of holding down here on the forearm. I'm gonna go a little bit higher today. So the first bit, we tuck our toes under, the ball's between our thighs. We float, we press that floor away, open up in that top of the chest through the back, and we float the knees off the mat. And now we just tippy-toe the knees back to a straight and bring them back in. So again, you could be on your forearms if that feels better to you. And then back in and out and in. One more like this, out and in. And lower those knees down, adjust the ball if you need to. We're gonna keep it there for just a moment. Knees down, and let's take an arm out and the other arm out. All right, so just maintaining that neutral spine. If you were here, it would be a bent elbow coming out. So you choose which one you like. One more to each side. And now we take one leg back and roll it back in. One leg back and roll it in. Leg back. And if that ball just keeps getting away from you, you can take that out. All right, and now let's add an arm out to the side as we reach the leg back. And out. One more to each side. Take a quick break. We'll take the ball out for the next section. So now we go back to the floating knees. We're almost done here. And again, you could be here or here. We have the knees floating off. And now we're gonna add just that little fire hydrant. Now I feel like Jane Fonda here a little bit. Always like to get those clams in any way I can. That toe goes down, other side. Keep that spine nice and long and head forward. Lower it down. We get another break. So, roll those shoulders and we're going to take it onto our back next. So, rolling on down. One leg circle is next. So take your band and place it around the ball of one foot. As you can see, mine snapped in half here. And we want to find that neutral pelvis and this thigh bone perpendicular to the floor. So if you need a little knee bend, that is absolutely fine. Arms will pull down so that the upper arm is pressing into the floor, opening wide to the chest. This floor leg over here can be bent or straight, whatever your flexibility feels like this morning. So one leg circle, inhale to cross, exhale around. And we're going as big as we can and still maintain our neutral. We want to keep both hips down on the floor. Let the band take the weight of that leg so you can really concentrate on that movement in the hip socket. And let's go the other way. Nicely done. From here, let's just add a little roll up on this leg. Our arms go up And we'll come up, hold here, open wide to open up the chest, bring those arms back, roll back down. Bring that leg out. Rolling up, opening wide, lift that chest up, but keep that imprint, kind of mini imprint down low. Here's number 3. Open up wide. Come back down. And last one. Up, open, and rolling down. Bring that knee in. Other foot goes in the band. We pull our elbows down. Our non-working leg can be bent or straight, finding your neutral. Inhale across, exhale around. Working to maintain a stable pelvis, finding that range that feels good to you and allows you to maintain your stability. Let's go in the other direction. And last one. Very good. So now we have our little bit of roll up here. Rolling up, opening wide to the chest, lifting that chest up while we keep the abs pulled back in. Our lovely teaser position. Here we go. Lift. 2 more. And final one. Very good. Bend that knee in. We'll place the other foot in. All right, and let's crisscross the straps. All right, so our feet are a little bit wider apart. And press out and in. Out and in. So it's our bend and stretch from the reformer, our upper arms pressing down into the floor to open that chest up. And we have about at least a fist distance between our feet, right, to challenge the outer thigh, the abductors of the hip. 2 more here. Now, pelvic position can remain in your neutral or go to imprint if you need that extra support. All right, now let's stretch those legs out, lower and lift, but hold those feet apart so we get that extra work in the outer thigh. Chest is still open. Now, if you'd like an additional challenge and it feels good, head and chest can lift. If that feels like something you want to do. Keep that breath going. And last one. Let's bring those knees in. Head comes down if it was up. So, here we go. Legs are out long. You can have that little bit of lift coming up into our teaser. So you find your teaser. Find this lovely spot. Find our little boat shape. We're going to go halfway back and back up. Now, here, I'm going to pause a moment. If you would like to use a ball in your low back, this would be a great exercise to do that in. Oops. All right. So you would be here, rolling back and coming up. Try to straighten those legs. And then back and up. So we get a little bit of a half roll back. You've got that support from your ball. All right. And now we're going to hold here, open our arms and legs. 5, 4, 3. You could do this with a bent knee. 2, 1. Come on down. All right. Move that ball out of the way. You can uncross your straps, or you could keep them crossed, your choice. I'm going to keep mine crossed here. Knees can be bent to start. We roll all the way down. And then come all the way up. Getting a little bit of help here. Bend the knees, come up tall, and bring those hands in. Exhale, imprint, roll halfway down. Move the arms out to the side. Circle back up and inhale. Now again, this could be a place you might want that ball back there. Rolling back. Opening up those arms. Circling around. And inhale up. Now if you had a longer band, I will undo mine for a moment so you can see, you would go back, arms could open up a little further and reach around. All kind of depends on the length of your band. And mine is about half the size it was yesterday. And bring it back, reach it out, round it up, and in. All right. One little last bit here. We have a band under one leg. All right. We're going to bring that out. Arms are up, and I'm just going to rotate to that side. Keep your abs pressing into your ball. One more here. Bring that down. Switch the foot that's in the band, coming back up. Hands a little bit together, and now we rotate to that side. And you're done with that. Oh my goodness, the sun's coming out over here. Put that ball to one side, and we're going face down again. So we won't need our band here. We're coming out into our star. So the legs are apart. Arms are reaching forward in a kind of an X position, star. Hips pressing into the mat, navel pulling away. And we're just going to start with single leg lifts. Then move to a single arm. Now I have my head slightly floated off the mat just so I could get the words out to you, but you could have your head down if that feels better at this point. But we want that energy reaching through the crown of the head. Okay. And now let's try one leg, opposite arm. Keep those abs pulling in. Really find that engagement in the seat. We'll do one more of these single arm reaches. Now, you can continue with those or move it into a full reach, both arms and legs off, really lengthening, thinking about the spine, reaching through the crown of the head, and then little flutters like swimming. We're just in our star shape here. Pausing, coming down, resetting, abs, hips, lifting up, lengthening, and now tap the heels together. Breathing in and out. In and out. In and out. Check in with those abs. Are they still pulling up? In and out. Are your hips pressing into the mat? We're almost done here. In and out. One more time. In and out. And Lower down. We made it through that set. Pressing up onto all fours. Back for a little shallow stretch or child's pose, pulling the abs away from the thighs. Nice deep breath into the back and sides of your ribs. All right. So we're going to challenge ourselves just a little bit more and move into a push-up here. So knees or toes, pressing up, long spine, and inhale down 1, 2, 3, exhale up. Inhale down 1, 2, 3, exhale up. So you should feel as tight and connected along that back line as you did for the star right here. Now down quick and slow up. Down quick, slow. Push that floor away. You just have one more. Press it all away. Knees come down. Good job. We're moving on to our side. Into our side arm plank. My elbow is right under my shoulders. All right. And my top knee is straight. My bottom knee is bent. And my arm is out here. All right. And we're just going to come up in our little side plank. All right. Find your balance. Then we're going to just lift that top leg up. I want a nice straight line from my elbow that's on the floor all the way across my chest up to my hand that's reaching up. My head is a nice long line, maintaining in line with my spine. Hold up here, little pulses. And then little circles. Keep pressing that floor away with your arm and reverse it. And lower that leg down, lower the hips down. From here, we take that bottom arm and we wrap our arm around our waist. Our head can rest on the floor. And this top arm is close to our shoulder, kind of between our shoulder and our chest here. Both knees bent now. Our waist is lifted. And we go into a side bend, one arm push up. Ooh, tricky, tricky. So we come up. Start to feel that tricep on that top arm. Little chest. You're halfway through this side. And now we just have 3 left. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Bottom arm comes back to pillow. You can always use a pillow if that feels better. Set yourself up. Make sure your shoulders are stacked as before, but this time we're not coming up on our elbow. We keep that waist lifted. Hand can be here for balance or here to monitor. Imagine you have a glass of water or wine resting on your hip. We don't want it to spill. We lift both knees up and we go into our little floating clams. Because like I said, I like to get them everywhere. Pause here. Both legs are still floating, but we lift the top one a little higher, and now we go in.
Very good. Now keep them floating. Stretch those legs out in a scissor. Bend the knee, bring them back. Reach. Reach. Keep that waist lifted. Bring them down. Lovely job. Before we do the other side, we roll over onto our backs. Right, and we'll just do a little bit of some ab focused work in our little bit of flexion. First one is slow double leg. So we bring the knees up. Our hands are on the outside of our thighs just above the knee, and we open out. There's that clam again. Pushing slightly our legs into our hands. So the full exercise, you'll bring your head and chest off the mat. If that doesn't feel good, you can keep your head down while you do the leg portion. So inhale, lengthens our spine. Exhale, if you choose to, you lift the head up and look through your diamond. Inhale, we reach out into our hundreds position. Exhale, flex our feet, go into a little turnout, and Mary Poppins, reach our arms overhead. Inhale, circle those arms around, come up higher, back to your hundreds position. And then exhale, back down. Lying down, without the chest lift, it would look like this. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, we're just pressing our legs into our hands. Inhale, we stretch out to our 100. Exhale, flex our feet, Mary Poppins. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, circle around, reach, 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 back to our 100. And exhale, back to our diamond, legs pushing into our hands. On our next exhale, you can choose to lift the chest or keep it down. Inhale to our hundreds. Exhale, squeeze that seat, flex those feet, reach the arms. Inhale, come up a little bit higher, back to our 100. And exhale, back down, pressure between the hands and knees here. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, looking through. And again, could be done imprint or neutral. Flex the feet overhead. Inhale, circle around, come up higher. Exhale, back down. One more time. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, pull from those abdominals to lift the head and neck. Chest. Inhale, reach. Glutes and hamstrings still firing. Flex the feet, come up. Inhale, circle around, come up higher. Exhale, back down. Bring the knees together. If you have your ball handy, you could put your ball between your thighs here now, and I will just because mine happened to roll right by me. We're in a T position, and on the exhale, lift that hip up to bring it over. Go as far as you can, still keeping those shoulders on the ground. On your next exhale, bring the legs back through the center. Lift the hip up and over to the other side. And breathe in there. Next exhale takes you back through center, over the other way. Breathing in. Exhale through center one final time to the opposite side. Breathe it in. And back to center. We'll keep our T arms and then just toe taps. Again, neutral or imprint, you choose what takes any stress out of your back. Let's try it with flexed feet. Maintaining the neutral position you chose. Very good. I'm gonna stretch those legs out, reach my arms up, nod the chin, roll up. Move that ball to one side, swing my legs around, and now we'll do the other side. So, set up once again. We have our elbow right under, directly under our shoulder. Our knees are bent with the top leg long. Pressing down through this upper arm, lifting the hips up, finding that long line. All right, I'm gonna lift that leg up for raises. A little pulse is up. Push that floor away with the whole forearm. And turn that into a circle. Keep the breath going. And reverse. Bend that knee, lower everything down. Bringing it all the way down, we have that little one arm side bend push up to do. So we have the bottom arm wrapped around our waist, both knees bent. This top arm kind of right by our shoulder, chest. And here we go, pressing up and coming back down. With control, we're trying not to flop down. Only 3 more. And last one. Lovely job. We bring that bottom arm back underneath our head for support. Check that your shoulders are stacked. You could use an actual pillow if that feels better. We have that imaginary glass of water or wine on our hip that we won't spill. Our waist is lifted, and we lift both legs up just that little bit and open to a clam. Keep those heels squeezing together. Now, keeping the bottom leg floated, we lift the top one just a little bit higher and we rotate in. Don't forget your waist. We bring those legs together and we do that little sideways scissor. Finding that length, but maintaining our neutral spine. One more in each direction. Bring the legs together and lower down. Well done. All right, let's roll ourselves over into a bridge position. We've done each hip on its own. Now let's get them to working together. So we will use our band for a little bit of arm work while we're bridging. Our heels are in fairly close together, or fairly close to the glutes, about hip distance apart. So about a fist distance. If you made a little Pilates V with your feet and then separated the heels, we'd be right where we want them to be. So I am going to articulate up, so imprinting and rolling up. If that doesn't feel good to you, you always have the option to hinge straight up. You choose what feels good this morning. So as we lift our hips in the method we desire, we're going to bend the elbows and bring them down to the floor, and then rolling back with control. Pulling down to our chest, squeezing the seat, and then lowering. And one more. All right. So now we're going to take that band, put it around one foot, get our little thumb hold, pull the elbows down, and now we will hinge. So finding your neutral, and we maintain neutral throughout, push through that floor foot straight up, and then little pulses. So you're reaching up through the band, but I also want you to think about you're pulling your heels towards your seat, that floor foot, pulling that heel towards your seat to really activate both. So pushing down with one heel, up with the other. And lower down, just hinging straight down. Switching to the other side. Heel down, elbows down, chest open, neutral pelvis. Press straight up through that floor foot. Keep that heel pulling towards your seat as you add the pulses, reaching up with the strap leg. Keep your breath flowing. Chest open, abs on, glutes on, obviously. Last one, lower that down. Take your foot out of the band. Stretch it out, fingertips to toes. We're gonna roll over onto our stomachs. Take your band with you. Coming up onto all fours. Taking our little child's pose, shell stretch. We'll push it up into our down dog. If that feels good, knees can be better straight. And we'll walk ourselves up to standing. All right. And here, just gonna adjust the camera. We'll finish off with a little bit of standing work using the band. And I think this one is still a little bit longer. So hopefully yours will be a little bit longer than mine. You could do this without a band if you don't have one, all right? So we put one foot right in the middle of that band, and we crisscross the straps. And I like that thumbs up hold, and we come up, all right? We're gonna find our single leg balance here. So if you need to be by a wall, that would be now would be a good time to do it, all right? We straighten that leg and we open our arms out wide like a T. Keep the T arms and just extend the knee. Gaze at some fixed point on the wall to help with your balance. And that standing leg, you're really pushing through that leg, activating your glutes, your inner thighs, your outer thighs. One more. Bring that foot down. Now we're in a little bit of a squat, a baby squat. This leg goes back, our arms are reaching forward. If you had a long strap, your arms might actually be all the way out here. All right, and we're just gonna go back and in, back and in. This could be a toe tap, in and out, or keep it floating. Last one like that. Bring that foot down and out. We're going to stay on this same leg. All right, well, now I'm going to change it. Let's change it. It'll flow better that way. So we go, wrap that band around the other foot. All right, we crisscross our straps. We bring that leg up for balance. All right, arms go out in a T as we extend the leg. Really press through that heel that's on the floor, inner thigh, outer thigh, and your QL, the outside side, which is a muscle in your low back. All helping to balance you out here. In the lateral line. And last one. Very good. Bring that down. Come into your little baby squat. Reach those arms as far forward as your band will let it. And step back and in. All right, you could go here with just toe taps or add the float. And last one. Very good. Bring that down. Undo the band. Last bit. Band goes behind you. And our arms are out. And we want this wide open. So I don't want the band to actually rest against your back, but just hover off of it. They're a nice T position. And here we go into a single leg deadlift. Now, standing leg can be bent or straight, integrating everything we did already today. And you can bring that foot back as far as you want. Again, option to keep the toe down. Absolutely fine. You're gonna rotate towards your standing leg, come back to center, rotate to the other side, oops, come back to center, and up. So not as easy, not very easy. We're gonna switch sides again, all right? So let's try it here. We rotate towards our front leg and towards our back leg. And bring it up. Switch sides again. Plant that foot down. Press your foot into the floor. Press your leg away. Rotate towards your standing leg, towards your back leg. Bring it up. Whew. A little tricky. Let's do the other side. Towards that front leg. Glutes are firing. Towards the back leg. Bring it up. Woo, learning. Last one. The last set. All right, here we go. Back leg. Front leg. Woo, that side doesn't like it so much. Last one for the pair. All right, here we go. Front leg. And up. Well, those were a little tricky, but something always to work on. So put that to one side. Just roll our shoulders to finish off. That probably feels good after holding that band back there. Get a little mobility. Let's bring those arms up. Clasp them, a little halo movement. Open it up a little bit more, loosen it a bit up. A little rounding and flexion and extension. And go the other way with your halo. I'm going to reach up. Add that side bend, pushing through one foot as you reach away. And up. Press through the foot as you reach away. One more to each side, press up. Now where you're holding here, just add a little rotation. We're going to stretch the shoulder. And back, forward and up. Pressing down through the foot, reaching away. Rotate a little. And come back. Bring those arms down. A little squat, reach up onto the toes. And down, nod the chin, roll through the spine to the floor.
Hopefully that feels a little looser than it did at the very beginning of class. Let the neck go, the arms go. And we prepare to rebuild, pressing our feet into the mat, reaching up through our arches, pulling our arms back into the shoulders, feeling that control, firing up the back line, glute, hamstrings, firing up the belly, and then slowly bring it up, one vertebra at a time, rebuilding that spine. And all the way up, reaching up onto the toes, coming back down. And that is where we will finish today.
Thank you.
Hope that felt good for you.
Wow, that was a